Welcome to UPSC Vinoth. So today we are going to continue with the history discussion, particularly medieval India topic. So already we discussed ancient India. So those who are watching the video for first time, so visit UPSC Vinoth YouTube channel and playlist Prelims 2026. Target Prelims 2026. You will get a videos with respect to Prelims 2026 and also ancient Indian history. So, starting with Chola dynasty, medieval India. So, our Honorable Prime Minister paid a glowing tribute to military might and administrative acumen of Rajendra Chola and Rajendra Chola and Rajaraja Chola. Okay, so then, for see the Chola dynasty. So now let us come with the Chola dynasty. So Chola dynasty ruled South India for 9 to 13th century CE. 9 to 13th century CE. The key rulers, those who are called imperial Cholas. Those who are called imperial Cholas. Key rulers. Key rulers Rajaraja Chola one. Rajendra Chola one, Rajaraja Chola one, Rajendra Chola one. These two are important rulers. Raj, Rajaraja Chola one ruled 985 to 114 CE. Rajendra Chola ruled 114 to 1044 CE. So the important events by Rajaraja Cholan was he built Bragadishwara temple. He constructed the Bragadishwara temple at Tanjavur. So and also he started the practicing of inscribed historical introductions, that is called Meikirti. See, historical introductions called Meikirti in inscriptions, and he conquered northern part of the Sri Lanka and Maldives. Northern part of the Sri Lanka and Maldives. For the short note, Rajaraja Chola one. So 985 to 114 CE. So built Bragadishwara temple, introduced Meikirti inscriptions, introduced Meikirti inscriptions, conquered Sri Lanka and Maldives. Next, Rajendra Chola one. He ruled ruling period 114 to 1044 CE. So the term Gangai Konda Cholapuram, the title Gangai Konda Cholapuram was given to him by after defeating the Mahipala. He defeated Mahipala, the Pala king of Bengal. So he termed as Gangekonda. So he was given the title called Gangekonda Cholapuram, and by after defeating, he founded the new capital for this Chola kingdom, that is Gangekonda Cholapuram, and built a mirror temple of Tanjavur. Built a mirror temple of Tanjavur here in Gangekonda Cholapuram, and they are see the Rajendra Chola is named for naval supremacy. Naval supremacy. So he launched a massive naval expedition against Sri Vijaya Empire. See, this was PYQ. Sri Vijaya Empire. Sri Vijaya Empire. See, it was Rajendra Chola, who led the expedition over Sri Vijaya Empire of Southeast Asia. That is literally it was Maldives. So Maldives, that area. So now the Kudavole system. See the important key point, key administrative mechanism was the Kudavole system. The Cholas often called mother of democracy. The Cholas were often called mother of democracy. That means the representation of the people, and they have unique local governance setup, and that was documented. They have a unique governance setup, that is Kudavole system, that was documented in Uttaramerur inscription, that was mentioned in palm leaves, that is Kudavole system, Kudavole inscription. See, they have method of writing the names in the palm leaves and put into a pot, and they will call a small child to pick up any name, a committed name. So and he will be leader for a particular period of time. And the unit of administration, it also one of the magnificent administrative key units, that is Ur, Sabha, Nagaram. Ur is a village. Sabha means assembly of Brahmin settlement, that is Brahmadaya, and Nagaram is an assembly of merchant settlement. So there was a strict eligibility. Candidate who had to own a land should pay a tax, and he should be aged up to 35 to 70 years. So to hold a land, he must be over 35 years, and he must have a Vedic knowledge to own a land. So criminals and their relatives were disqualified. So see, these are and all some of the important points, but one of the most important point with respect to Chola administration. Chola kingdom is a Dravidian style of architecture, the Dravidian zenith. That was the Dravidian system was introduced by Pallava king. Though it was introduced by Pallava king, it attained a zenith during Dravidian style of architecture, zenith during Chola's period. So they were, see, the temple architecture was very much, it has reached its peak. It has reached its peak. So the temple architecture was, it was fortified walls. The it has fortified walls. And the key is panchayatan layout. See, UPSC PYQ panchayatan layout. See, Panchayatan means it is a type of temple where the main god is placed center and subsidiary gods are placed on the four corners. See, most of the temple in India follows Panchayatan style of architecture only. And other key features are, see, fortified walls, Panchayatan layout, Antaral, Dwaragapals, that means guard keepers. Presence of water tank is a key feature. Presence of water tank was a key feature of Dravidian style of architecture. See, it was one of the most important key feature in the um, it was one of the most important key feature in the Chola architecture. And Bragadishwara temple, it was Vimana is monolithic capstone, 66-meter. Bragadishwara temple and Gangaikonda Cholapuram temple was a mirror temple. So Aravadeswara temple, it was a chariot shaped temple, chariot shaped mandapa. And Chola's bronze, so iconography, one of the most important iconography. So that was Chola's bronze iconography. Nadrajar, who was standing in this position, who was standing in this position. So this makes Chola architecture as one of the most unique architecture. So Bragadishwara temple was built by Rajaraja Chola I. Bragadishwara temple was built by Rajaraja Chola I. Rajaraja Chola one. It comes under UNESCO's Great Living Chola Temple. UNESCO gave a title called Great Living Chola Temple. Bragadishwara Temple of Tanjavur, Bragadishwara Temple of Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and Aravadeswara Temple of Darasuram. So it is present at Darasuram. It was built by Rajaraja II. It was built by Rajaraja II. And it was built by Rajendra one, and it was built by Rajaraja one. Okay, Rajaraja Chola one, Rajendra Chola one, Rajaraja Chola two. So see, and also one of the most important technique is last wax technique, Saire Ferdore. Last wax technique, Saire Ferdore was used to build this Nadraja sculpture. The iconography. This was Ananda Tandava pose. Ananda Tandava pose. It was one of the most important iconic sculpture. So it is one of the most important point. Okay, so these are all the points with respect to, these are all the points are important with respect to Chola dynasty. See, it is very important for to the exam. Already UPSC asked question with respect to these areas. Okay, next. So let us move to the next topic. See, Guttala sculpture inscription. Guttala inscription. It belongs to 16th century sculpture. Belongs to 16th century sculpture found near Chandrasekhar temple. It is found near Chandrasekhar temple, Guttala village, Karnataka. Guttala, Karnataka. See the term Guttala, Karnataka. Guttala sculpture village, 16th century sculpture. So it is found in Karnataka. So it recorded a death of 6,000. See, this comes into the history because it recorded a death of 6,307 people due to, see, due to drought. So due to drought, Bara means drought. So it was one of the most important event. It happened during 1539 CE. 1539 CE. Okay. So in India, the earliest epigraphic evidence of humanitarian disaster. See, earliest epigraphic disaster of epigraphic evidences of humanitarian disaster. See, about the inscription, about the Guttala sculpture inscription. See, it is found near Chandrasekhar temple at Karnataka. So it was written in Kannada language. It was written in, see, it is written in Kannada language on the stone slab. So it was dated to Saka era. Saka 1461. 1461, and record in that it has recorded 6,307 people died due to drought. So a local name called Maurlia Odia, a local name called Maurlia Odia. So this is Maurlia Odia. So what is meant by Maurlia Odia? See, he is a person. So he is a person was buried the dead in a basket. So buried the dead in a basket. Okay, and the sculpture depicts some of the sculptures also depicts that, so the Maurya Odia carrying the dead bodies. Okay, okay, so this is very much important. So this UPSC won't focus on these facts. Just Guddala inscription is present at Karnataka. It is in Kannada script. It belongs to Saka ruler. So this is very much important. So raw culture and texture recorded. See, one of the most important thing regarding this culture, this inscription is, most of the inscriptions will tell the positive things, but it is one of the unique inscription which says, which recorded the natural disaster. See, and also they mentioned the exact toll. It's like 6,307 people who had died, and depicts the local governance. See, crucial. So it provides a crucial data on ancient natural disaster in India, valuable resource for historical socio-political analysis. So okay, so and also it highlights the act and mentions of early humanitarian local governance, SEAM territorial units. SEAM, now UPSC will focus on SEAM. What is meant by SEAM territorial unit? So unique visual. So it is like the icon means it will be look like this. Okay, so offers visual iconography. So in that inscription itself, they offered visual iconography. Okay, so here, see, it is very easy to remember. Guttala inscription, sculpture inscription. It is in 16th century Karnataka. Guttala village, Kaveri district. Kaveri, so no, it's not Kaveri district. Haveri district. Haveri district. So it is Kannada inscription, and it is the inscription which recorded the drought, and people died due to the drought, and the act which has been conducted after the drought. Okay, so it is one of the important key feature. So next let us move with next current affairs with respect to UPSC prelims. So Maratha Empire. See, after the ruling government, after the BJP came into the power, they started some of the corrections or changes in the history book of NCRT itself. So one of the changes were done during this period was a controversy over NCRT map of Marathan Empire. So it comes under the issues. So a map of new NCRT class 8 of social science textbook shows Jaisalmer. See, Jaisalmer. In that map, the Jaisalmer is a part of Marathan Empire. They showed that Jaisalmer is a part of Marathan Empire during the period of 1759. This was the issue. This was the issue. Okay, so they marked that it was under the period of, it was comes under the region of Marathan Empire. So so erstwhile it was claimed to be an princely state, who some other ruler who was ruling that period. So then the main context was Michael Danio. See, the main context was Michael Danio. Okay, so the Michael Danio, the chairperson of NCRT, he revised that map, and he published it. So regarding that, So we can expect a question with respect to Marathan Empire. So 1674 to 1818. Everyone knows it starts from 1674. Shivaji Maharaja. He was a founder. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaja, and 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 it was so he established an empire. This from 1674 to it ran up to 1680s. The Shivaji era was characterized by guerrilla warfare, so and strong fort network and early naval power. So the succession phase, Sambhaji, Rajaram, Shabu, it has been succession phase. And finally, the new era starts when the Peshwa pays. The Peshwa is not the king. The Peshwa is who comes under the king. So Balaji Vishwanath was one of the most important and powerful Peshwa who strengthened the central administration. And he was securing the Marathan Empire from Mughals and European powers. And then Bajirao 1, Bajirao 2. So during the period of Balaji Bajirao, the maximum extent of during the period of Balaji Vishwanath, first the Balaji Vishwanath, he consolidated the rule of Marathas. And Balaji Rao 1 Peshwa, he led the northward expansion. So Balaji Rao 1, he led the northward expansion. Northward expansion conquered Malwa, Bundelkhand, Rajasthan, Gujarat, rapid expansion. And finally, there was the turning point was third Anglo-Maratha War. Third Battle of Panipat. Third Battle of Panipat, the first time the Marathas faced the defeat. So they lost the political control over the various parts. And the third Battle of Panipat, that was one of the landmark incident. And finally, finally it comes with first, second, third Anglo-Maratha. British finally annexed the entire Marathas, and the end of Marathas comes. See, Marathas, what the Marathas special for? See, the key administration. The key administration. See the word Ashtapradhans. Ashtapradhan Council. The word Ashtapradhan Council, he maintained the luminaries. Ashtapradhan Council, he maintained the luminaries means he maintained the ministries. So it was Peshwa led bureaucracy. Okay. So Ashtapradhan Council. And then second important unique feature is revenue system. Chauth and Shardeshmukhi. It was one of the most important keyword which we can expect the question this year. Chauth and Chardeshmukhi. So Chauth is 25% of tax from non-Marathan areas. Chardeshmukhi is additional 10% of the tax laid based on hereditary states, on the hereditary heads of the states. And they gave the land grants, that is Saranjami system. Land grants given to military commanders instead of salary. So Saranjami system. So see, finally the Marathas were decentralized to Scindias, Holkars, Gaekwads, and Bonchles. Okay, so this is very much important news with respect to Marathas. Okay, and then next important current affairs with respect to medieval India is the Golconda Blue Diamond. The Golconda Blue Diamond. See, the Golconda Blue Diamond, it is one of the rarest diamond. So it was, it was auctioned in Geneva during May 14. This was in the news. Okay. Now let us discuss some of the history with regard to Golconda Blue Diamond. See, Golconda Sultanate's diamond mines. So the history starts from where? The history starts from the initially it was belonged to Yeshwantrao Holkar. It was belonged to Yeshwantrao Holkar. The ownership of the history of Golconda Blue Diamond. So he was Maharaja of Indur and known collector. Okay. So in 1923, Yeshwantrao fathers commissioned a diamond bracelet with a Golconda blue diamond from French jeweler Chaumet. So in 1947, American jewelry, Harry Wilson. So jeweler Harry Wilson brought the diamond briefly and sold it to Maharaja of Baroda. See, this was the and it was currently who now the Maharaja of Baroda is a current owner. Okay, so what are all the things important with respect to this current affairs? So Golconda. First of all, we must know about Golconda. Golconda is present in Telangana. Telangana. So historically it was comes under Golconda Sultan, and there is a mine in the Golconda. That is Kolaru mine. That is Kolaru mine. Okay, so these are all not important for the UPSC prelims. So, but the Kolaru mine, why I mentioned the word Kolaru mine. This is the most important place where Kohinoor diamond was taken. Kohinoor diamond was earthened, and not only Kohinoor diamond, Dairia, Dairi, Daira I Noor, Kohinoor, Daira I Noor. See, these two diamonds were earthened from Kollur mines. So it is located in Krishna River. See, it is located Kollaru mine. So it is located in Krishna River basin, source of Kohinoor and Dairia Ainur. These two diamonds. And next is Panna. You know that Panna where Panna is located in Madhya Pradesh. Panna. In Panna, the current primary source of diamond in India accounts over 90% of the resource. And finally, you know that Surat is known for diamond trade, and they do diamond polishing. 80% of world diamond polished over in Surat. Okay. See, these are the some of the important points with respect to this. Okay, from 800 to 1000 BCE, diamonds are believed to have first discovered and used in India. So earlier, the diamond was first used in India. In 327 BCE, Alexander the Great invaded North India and brings the first diamond to Europe. He brought the first diamond to Europe. So in 315, so in 315 BCE, Greek author. So Greek author Theophorus Theophorus mentioned the diamond trade using the word Adams. So on fourth century CE, Kautalya's Ardhasastra mentioned Buddhist. They also mentioned, and Buddhist texts also mentioned about diamond trade. See, that means, why this I'm saying this means the diamond trade is established over ancient period itself, and it was mentioned during Alexander the Great. And so India, in India, the diamond has been is in the history. So Marco Polo has also mentioned writes about world. He wrote in 1292. He wrote the only place where the diamond was produced in the world was in India. That is India. So in 1619, Kolaru mines discovered most productive that it Kolaru mines. Here 23 mines were there. Kolaru mines. So Kolaru mines, and in mid 17th century, that is uh, Jean Baptiste Jean Baptiste Baptiste visited Kolaru mines. In 1600s, Gabriel Delon, a French physician, he also have a note about Golconda and Surat diamonds. In 1725-28, diamonds discovered in Brazil. So hence India's monopoly. See, right from 800 BCE to 1725 BCE, the India was the only country in the world who mined the diamonds. Okay. So in 1923, this incident was Yashwant Rao Bracelet commissioned the blue diamond, Golconda blue diamond. So in 2025, Golconda blue diamond was withdrawn from Christie's auction for private family sale. Okay, so this was in the history. So discovery of diamond in Brazil ends India's monopoly over 2000 years. So at present, Surat is a global hub of cutting and polishing of diamond. So it literally we can say India. So India makes a monopoly over diamond cutting. And let us talk about some of the social issues which came in newspapers. That is about Devadasi system. See, Karnataka cabinet clears the Devadasi bill for rehabilitation. Devadasi bill for what? Rehabilitation. Okay. So Karnataka Devadasi prevention and prohibition, prevention and prohibition, relief and rehabilitation. For whom? For Devadasis. What is the objective of the bill? So it replaced the 1982 Devadasi Act. What's aim of this bill? Strengthening the fight against the Devadasi system. It replaced the old Karnataka Devadasi Prohibition and Dedication Act 1982, and it is intended to give welfare and rehabilitation for Devadasis and ensures children of Devadasis to for welfareistic measures. So, okay. What are all the key provisions? Options for children for Devadasis not to be compelled to declare their name. Their fathers will applying for the government identity such as passport, PAN, and Aadhaar driving license. See, children's not required to mention the father's name. So this is one of the most important feature. Okay, and recognition of rights of Devadasis to identify their fathers. Options to identify their fathers. DNA testing is allowed. So removes compulsory of father's name. Remove compulsory father name requirement. See, in everywhere the father name compulsion is removed. Removed. So wherever the father's name is required, it is removed. See, it is to liberate. See, what is the aim of this? The important thing is to rehabilitate the person who are impacted or affected by the Devadasi's system. Okay, that's all. See, what is Devada's system? It is referred to the girl who is dedicated. See, it's very everyone knows about Devada's system. It is dedicated the girl dedicated to worship the temple and service the temple to the god. So it is a cultural practice in Indian ancient India. Typically, the girls were between 8 to 16 years of age. So girls maintain the temple and perform religious rituals inside the temple, and they perform classical art like Bharatanatyam, Odissi inside the temple. So finally this led to sexual exploitation of the women's. Okay, primarily young Dalits were targeted. So to they faced so many challenges. So by abolishing this bill, most of the things will be these problems will be addressed, and some of the social problems are also addressed. Okay, so finally, let us come to last topic of the Humayun tomb. Humayun tomb. See, Humayun tomb, wall of Dargah. So the Dargah Masjid incident and this contest. A portion of wall of Dargah Masjid Patwali in New Delhi. It is adjacent. It is nearby. It is nearby Humayun tomb. It got collapsed. It got collapsed. So Humayun tomb is 16th century tomb. It also attained UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. It comes under UNESCO's World Heritage Site. It built in 1570 CE and it was commissioned by Bega Begum. So it was the first architectural wonder which was built by women dedicated to her husband for Humayun. So it comes under World Heritage Sites. So it was precursor to even before Taj Mahal. So yeah, most of the people won't know this. It is before Taj Mahal. So architectural features: red sandstone, white marble, irregular octagonal pattern, large central octagonal chamber, double dome structure, and symmetrical garden, Lodi garden. So first garden term in India, Persian Charbagh layout. Chalbagh layout. Historical significance, like beginning of Mughal monuments architecture inspired later monuments, especially Taj Mahal. Emphasis on symmetry, geometry, Persian aesthetic. So, Archaeological Survey of India, the apex body of conservation of archaeology. So, it was under Ministry of Culture, founded by Alexander Cunningham in 1861. So, what is the see? What is the new law regarding the monuments? See, the legal framework: ancient monuments and archaeological sites remains Act. According to the Act, what Act? Ancient monument and archaeological site and remains act in 1958. So it is according to the act, 100-meter prohibited zone around the protected monument. So you should not build anything around 100-meter. It is to protect the monument. See, UPSC will ask the question with respect to these areas. Okay. So the important point of medieval India is over. So by next we can see the modern India. Thank you.